We're trying to hit PRs today. Our goal is to hit 7 to 8 of these rows, and then still be able to do at least 10 to 12 on the wide grip pull-ups. But we'll see. Actually, you might even add some, maybe 10 pounds. See what happens. Oh my goodness. But something's been motivating me recently. Hold on one second. Oh no, I'm connected. All right. I keep on consistently. I've been forgetting if I'm connected to my phone to my mic. But recently I've been motivated because all these young people with better physiques or young look up in a new Bugatti. We're gonna stop at 8. You know, I'll overdo it because we have work in like 2 hours or so. But recently I've just been motivated because I found out Poppy Louise is 21 years old. What you mean she's 21 years old? With a physique like that, lean, muscular. I'm like, dang. I'm like, I gotta lock in. It's like the equivalent of finding out there's like some 22-year-old dude in Africa somewhere who built the windmill for his entire tribe, and now his entire tribe has freaking power and junk. But hold on, okay, we got 4 minutes. But just looking around at the gym, I'm like, sometimes you just need some additional motivation to push past your limits. And I'm not really a motivation guy, but sometimes when you have it, it just enhances what you already have already. The new Bugatti. Okay, cool. But anywho, I always consistency over a long span of time, plus being intentional on improving, being intentional about your life and what you be doing, all this other stuff. Let me check, because I'm really paranoid about whether or not I'm actually fully connected. I woke up in a new Bugatti. Anyway, but I look around, there are guys with better physiques than me. I'm like, man, I want to look like that. Especially if they're like around my height or around my skin color. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I could try to start looking like that. Like even recently, dude, I want to go to a con, dude. I want to go to a con, and I want to look really good when I dress at the con. Because last year, I was just like, dude, I was just enamored, surprised, pleasantly so, by all the phenomenal physiques there. Like there were Inuskes there. There were a couple Demon Slayer villains, but they had some amazing physiques. They were just able to walk around. People were trying to take pictures with them, and I'm just like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I should try a lot harder. But anywho, how much time I got? I still have 2 minutes. But there are moments like that where I'm just like, man, if I would have put in the work at like 18 or so, I could be way further in my career right now when it comes to content creation and even just in the gym or whatnot. But we can't really complain about it because now we're here working it out, making sure we're all straight until we got to hit it again. But we're going to pause right here and we're going to hit this one more time for 8. But that actually felt really good. All right, we're going to try to hit this again for 8, see what happens. But they feel, dude, it's nice seeing my numbers go up even as little as they go up. This is 5 pounds more than last week because we only did 20 on both sides other than the 45. I don't even know how much this is. I'm not going to do the math on it. But, and our grip feels a lot better too. One thing we got to work on is probably our form. I feel like I cheated on those last 2 reps, but it's kind of difficult to move my hands now. No, I'm good. But, dude, this feels a lot lighter. I don't know if it's because my form, I'm doing it wrong, but it feels good. I don't feel it in my arms. I don't feel it in my. I feel like I'm really hitting my back. But we'll see. We'll see how sore we are tomorrow when we hit legs. But anyway, kind of sucks when I'm doing this. I don't want to have a lot of stuff like motivation to say to you, but I really have nothing sometimes. I really don't. Like literally, I was thinking about Socrates have how there was a quote, I forgot what he said exactly, but it was something along the lines of it's a shame for a man not to know the beauty that his body can create or something like that. I'm gonna find it later. But dude, like I'm feeling really good. Like today in the gym, I feel like I can do 25 pounds on a wide grip pull up. I'm not doing that. Using whatever you can to be motivated to do what you need to do is an advantage that that a lot of people don't have. You know, last time when I was talking about complacency, gratitude. I'm sorry, talking about contentment. I was talking about gratitude. You know, and the more stuff that I find to be grateful for, the more I look for in life things that are motivating to me. You know, what I'm grateful for, the food that goes in my belly that I can afford to go eat, that I don't live in a country that's getting blown up right now, that I can go get gas even though it's a crazy amount of money. Like I'm not gonna be like homeless living in my car. You know, the more I can find in life to motivate me because my problems are small. My problems are small. My biggest problem at the moment is maybe just really in here, my insecurities and of really just my insecurities and my debt, you know, and I never really I got to see it until recently, especially in this last interview that I did. They asked me a question like, why should you pick you over all the other candidates? And, and I don't remember another time in my life where I felt confident enough to say what my advantages were over every other candidate without like putting them down. You know, now luckily they gave me some wiggle room for the way I was talking, but I've never spoken so highly and so highly of myself to anyone ever because like I said before in the last video, you know, I don't want to get too prideful, get too cocky, and then fall. I just don't. You know that feeling kind of it hurts me even in here. Like even as a kid, as good as I was, I didn't want to try to shoot higher, go higher, or be higher, or talk about myself highly because I end up falling because there was somebody better than me out there, and I was complacent in that. But um, we got one more minute. But even I'm just really motivated to go further beyond than I ever have before because it's the first time where I feel like my life is, you know, slightly turning to the direction I want to go. I'm really looking forward to life right now, you know, um, even physique wise, dude. I was looking at, dude, the girls really have who work out and get the backs in. I'm like, dang, I want to get a back like that. I want to look lean. I want to look nice. I want to look all like, even though I'm never going to look like that because I don't have like the hips to waist ratio or whatnot. But like that, I'm just like, yeah, you know what? I need to go hit the gym. That's what got me out the bed today to go hit the gym. Quite literally was, well, not even, I knew I had to do this eventually, but what made me put some little pep in my step was I was scrolling and some chick had a phenomenal back and she didn't do OnlyFans. I was like, hey, you know what? Let me lock in. Let me go to the gym. What's up to do with anything? Doesn't really matter. Anywho, I'm gonna hit this last set. If I hit this for 8, this is now PR technically. So the next week we try to go up at least 1 rep for each set. Well, let's see how this goes. Oh. And I'm stalling again. Here we go. Yeah, my grip's slipping on this one. But that's 8. That's a new PR. 45, that's 135. Plus 50, that's 185. We did it. Oh, yeah, plus 50, 185. No, I gotta do math. 90, 135. Plus 50. It is 185. It should be 185. Anyway, on to the next exercise. I'm gonna hit the set, then I'm gonna tell you how to find some motivation. But 11. Not where I want to be at, but that's still more than 10. But essentially, how you find motivation is that you find something or an image that you want to be like. And then not only do you find people that are like that online, in person, I don't think it really matters. But as long as you're able to find those people, that should be the start in your head that, need a change. And you start making a change on a regular basis, right? Now, obviously, you want to practice. Once you have like a motivational goal per se, you want to start working for it immediately. Your lack of actions keep you where you are, okay? And something you'll find along the process is like in the pursuit of your goal, you're gonna find motivation when you hit milestones within your goal. Like for me, 45s, 185 on the barbell row is a big deal for me. I have no idea why, but it just is. It's a big deal for me. Now, I can now look forward to trying to get to, after 25, start to try to hit it for 10, and then elevate for over time, obviously. But on my bench press, I increased one of my reps by 1, right? Instead of doing 26 to 27, I did 28 this time. And next week, I'm gonna try to keep hitting 10 on the bench in order to get there, in order to get to finally being able to move up. But regardless, we're gonna hit this last set of pull-ups because I think that's how much time we have for pull-ups, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. This is gonna be one of those in and out because I have work in literally an hour or so. I actually don't know if I can actually hit more than 10 on this one, but if not, amen. Here we go. Ugh. That's rough, actually. That's extremely rough. 4? I'm gonna switch stances. Yep, no. 6 it is. That's really unfortunate. But we did technically increase our reps from 12 to 11 and then now to 6. So regardless about how much work we could have actually did today, we got it done with what we had, which is an achievement all on its own, which gives me more motivation for next week because this is actually a goal I've always wanted to achieve, was do well on the weekend pull-ups because I saw it was a hole in my workout. But we're gonna move on to the next exercise. Now, when it comes to motivation, you can use anything as motivation. It could be as stupid as I want to be able to eat, which depending on your situation can range. It could be that you want to have a comfortable life, which is understandable in this life, you know. But really, what motivation is what motivates you. not what motivates everybody else. Like for me, getting a college degree is not motivation to go to school, right? The job that I'll get from going to college is motivation for me to go to school. The lifestyle that I may or may not have going to school is what motivates me to stay in school and to try to do well in school. That's what motivates me to try to get good grades. Man, that's what motivates me to get good grades. I wanna eat well, eat right, not only to remain healthy, in part to inspire everyone else, but also I want to look good naked, dude. And that sounds really stupid, but I want to be able to feel confident enough to take off my shirt at a pool or at an event without feeling some type of way about it. Especially with this gut I got right now. Oh my goodness, it looks atrocious. But those are some like little motivations. It could be as simple as I just want to get a dog or something like that. It could be something small, something big, but your motivation doesn't have to be as big as you want your motivation to be. It just needs to push you further enough to get the ball rolling. And that's why I talk about starting. That's why I talk about putting in actions, while you're motivated, because your motivation will wear off eventually. It will. But what will stay is your discipline, your schedule, and whether or not you stick to it or not. What time is it? Okay, we got 30 seconds. But I gotta think about it. When I was hitting these pull-ups, I think I didn't rest as long as I thought I did. So I was just yapping, and I didn't want to like ruin the moment. But either way, I think I did really good on those pull-ups. I feel really good about this back day, in all honesty. Um, all right, here we go. All right, we're gonna pause here, and then we're going to the next exercise. Now, one thing that I like to talk about a lot is, no, I don't like to talk about it a lot, but self-awareness is a skill that every person is going to need in this life, no matter who you are or what you do, right? Um, for example, something that I value is freedom, being able to travel and do what I want when I want to do it. So that's one of the reasons why I like to travel. Like traveling feels like I'm free because I can be in a place. I can choose to be in a place where I want to be, that I chose to be at, and not just like subject to whatever's happening in my life right now, right? Another thing for me is I value my time. I don't like being late. I don't like travel time. I don't like going to places. That's why if I can if I can slash the amount of time it takes me to do something, I will do so and do that in a way that makes it better and efficient for me, right? Understanding your motivations and where they come from, it makes you better understand yourself, why you do the thing that you do, and can help you improve a lot better on a mental level, not on just a physical level, not just or a mental, but a mental and emotional level. Because when you start understanding the things you do, why you do it, and how they happen, you can start appreciating um, certain things in your life. Like it gives you understanding, it gives you clarity, it helps you with your identity. And I can't really explain that to you, but you're gonna have to do it yourself. Okay, just ask yourself 5 whys. What's your motivation? Why you value it? When did it start? All that other stuff. But this is gonna be the last set you're gonna see, and then that's really the end of the video. So if you like the drip guys that you've been seeing, it's triumphathletic.net, code MINT, 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 for 10% off your order. Help the channel out. Subscribe. Ooh, hold on. There you go. There you go. Actually, you know what? We're gonna do a pose down afterward. Then we're gonna do all that. All right. Eventually, we're gonna start doing the whole cool for the summer stuff when we get our body right. You know, I'm gonna play that hard style Pacific Rim edit music. Take me down into your paradise.